I'm glad it's Domingo and welcome back to my channel. So for today's vlog, I'm going to share to you my journey on how I became a nurse here in the UK. So yeah, just to tell you how I did the registration, how I did the exams and everything. So yeah, I can say to you guys that my journey in coming here is not really a smooth one because there's a lot of disappointments and failures and everything, but I know and I trust God in everything in His time. So yeah, so the first thing that I can suggest for you to do is to register to the NMC UK Council. The NMC stands for Nursing and Midwifery Council, so they are the health board now that regulates nurses and midwifery to practice here in the UK. So you have to register there. Go to nmc.org.uk or just type the NMC Registration UK. So you'll see now the registration, and then just click the joining the register. And after clicking that, you now go to register as a nurse or a midwife. And after that, just roll the page a little bit up and you can see the train outside the UK and click that one. And it will now show you the applications that started after October 7 of 2019. Click that one again, and then check you're ready to register to get your pre-application checklist. And it will show you now all the checklists that you have to prepare. Click now get your checklist, and then it will show you now starting with your valid passport. Just press next for other documents needed. I think the first part of the registration is that you have to have your passport, your diploma, and your license. I don't know if there's more additional in it because it's really last year that I did the registration, so I don't know if they made changes of something. Anyways, if you do register on that NMC Council, you will see all the checklists that you need to be done, you need to prepare. So when it comes to passport, of course, it should be valid, right? And next, your diploma, when you submitted it, you have to make sure that you know the email address of the school that you studied. It's just because I think they're going to send an email there, and just to make them verify that you really studied and you really graduated on that school. And then your license is that this is your nursing license where you practice nursing. So for me, in my case, I usually have two licenses in the Philippines and in the Middle East, but I use my license in the Philippines. So, but it's up to you. You can use your license wherever you are practicing. If you're practicing in Saudi, in Middle East, in anywhere there, you can use it. Anyways, it doesn't matter as long as you can prove that you really are the one there in your license, because I think in the Philippines there is a lot of things that you have to do. You have to register in the PRC something that, so that the PRC will know that the NMC will contact them about your license, about your code of conduct and something like that. So that your process can easily be, polished and everything. So that's the thing you have to do. And I think you have to pay for £140. I'm not sure if that's the price, or if it increases or if it decreases. So during my time, it's £140. You have to pay £140 to the system, to the NMC. It will show you there, just for them to assess that all your documents are really real. They can verify that it's really you and everything like that. And then after that, I think it's a maximum of 35 days that they can do these things. And yeah, so after 35 days, I think that's the maximum time that they go into verify all your documents. So I can suggest that during that time you can review for the CBT. So yeah, because after the verification and everything for that first section, they will give you the license now to register to a CBT exam. It's a computer-based exam. It's just like nursing board exam, but it comprises only of 100, I forgot now, it's 100 or 150 items. But there are a lot of reviewers out there on Facebook. I think, I forgot now. Anyways, you can search on Facebook about CBT exams group and something like that. And that's very, really helpful. I I have a one group that I joined before, and they put a lot of files there that I just review and read and memorize, because I think if you memorize some of them, it's really what's in going there in the CBT exam. Yeah, I don't know if they change it, but yeah, it's really very helpful. Then after that, I don't know how much is the exam. I think it's a 60 pounds there. So the first part is, it costs you 140 pounds. The second part costs you now 60 something pounds. And then after you pass the CBT, you can do now the next third step. The third step, yeah, in the third step, I think you have to do a GP registration. You have to look for a general practitioner for you to assess you, to state that you are medically fit, that you don't have anything, to do a checkup with the lungs and everything. And then you have to give that email, the email of the doctor that you did your exam, so that the NMC can send an email to that doctor, and the doctor will tell that you are medically fit and everything, and you will be verified for that. And the next is that, what else there? I think it's your police clearance now. So you have to get a police clearance to any country that you stayed for at least 6 months for the past 10 years. For example, now is 2021, so you have to submit a police clearance starting from 2011 to 2021. Where have you been in that specific span of years? So if you went to US for 6 months, and then another 6 months to Vietnam, and another 6 months to another country, unfortunately, yeah, you have to get a police clearance during that time. So in my case, I get a police clearance in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi. It's just, even though they are one country, they have different kingdom rules and everything like that. So I don't know if that really is a thing, because during that time I asked someone, they said it's better to get a police clearance, just, you know, so my registration will not be delayed. So I got the police clearance in Dubai because I work there for 2 years, and then Abu Dhabi, and then just because I went to the Philippines also for 2 years, so I get another NBI clearance in the Philippines. And it's really hard to get an NBI in the Philippines, especially when you are working abroad. You know it already, because you have to make a power of attorney, to ask someone to process these papers for you. You have to get the fingerprint and everything. But I can say to you that really this is really a hard work thing. I think also that reaching your dreams, it's not really a smooth one, because if it just goes there like that, I think you will not appreciate it. I think it's really self-fulfilling when you're going to look back and think that, yeah, it's really hard during that time, but look at you now, look where are you now. Yeah, so yeah, there's just additional points. So if you really are having a hard time preparing all your papers and documents, looking for a GP, I know these things, looking for GP, preparing for exam, having a sleepless night, yeah, it's all worth it one day. Yeah, just have more patience and patience and patience. So after that, so where are we now? So after preparing all your police clearances, I think the last part is your IELTS. So I don't know, it depends upon you, because if you're going to, after you process all of these things, CBT and everything, and that's the only time you'll review for IELTS, I think IELTS needs preparation. So I don't know for you guys, if you are really good in English and doing these things and all the stuffs and writing, then I think it's good for you. But because for me, it's IELTS, it's really, that's the hardest part of this this journey in IELTS, because I will not say to you now how many times I failed IELTS, but because I failed the IELTS many times. And the reason why I'm telling you this, it's because police clearances have validity. I think in the Middle East they are only valid for 3 months, and in the Philippines it's 6 months. So if you fail IELTS during the segment, you know, I think the time is running. If your police clearance already are expired, so you have to get it again, you will spend more money and everything. So I think the first thing you have to do before registration and everything is do the IELTS, because I think all of these things is easy. Not really easy. I mean, it's not as hard as IELTS. IELTS will be valid for 2 years. So I think you will have enough time to prepare all of these things. Yeah, so I think that's it. And you have to pay again for £156 for that verification of your police clearances and for your GP and everything. Yeah. So after that, of course, you're not yet a UK RN because you have to do the final exam. So I'll tell you now, you have the first verification where after that you can do the CBT exam. Next, the GP and the police clearance and the IELTS. And the last one is now your OSCE exam. OSCE exam, they don't really have a examination area all over the world except United Kingdom. So you can only do the exam here in the UK. So the next thing you have to do is now look for an agency. Look for a hospital to apply, make an interview, book an interview, and tell them, yeah, my registration, my NMC registration is this. I already done with like this, already passed the IELTS. And I think most of them really like it because they won't really wait for you for the how many months like this. So I think it's easy. But if you really don't have a budget in paying for 140 and 69 pounds and another 150 pounds, the first thing you should need to do is to do an IELTS first, because I think all the agencies and everything really like, or really hire people who really pass the IELTS. I think it's a +1. So pass the IELTS and apply for an agency, and because agency now will pay for your all NMC registration. Yeah, they will pay for you, like what happened to me. They pay for my first registration, my CBT and everything, and they will reimburse you your IELTS exam once you come to the UK. Yeah, no worries for you people who spend much there, because when you come here in the UK, they will reimburse you everything. So I think it's just a matter of just, doing everything and preparing and waiting for it. So when you come here in the UK, there's another story. That's the OSCE exam. I think it's a different story. It's a different vlog again. It's a very, complicated. Not really. It's a little bit complicated. But yeah. So that's it for you. If you wanted an agency or a hospital, you can just comment down below and I can suggest you one. Yeah, I have a lot of emails, and I think our hospital is still hiring at the moment. So if you really want, just comment down below, and yeah, I'll just send you a message. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much. So I can say to you that if you really wanted something, you have to do hard work in it, and you have to pray, because I believe that whatever you do, God will always direct the path for you. So yeah, and God bless you guys, and stay safe. Bye.